Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, as always, my beautiful soul family, just thank you so much for the love and support. All the vibrations that you send to me, and thanks of my videos and my posts that really help you throughout the day. I'm sending you so much love, triple times that, just to be able to let you know I appreciate you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings in love and life. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful, just give you a good vibe or uplift that you would love to share, thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music you're hearing in the background is from the channel Musically Zen. It's called Shamanic Music. Elevate intuition, attract inner wisdom, and feel the power of nature. And the video I'm doing right now is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, stay solid in your healthy boundaries. They see you, but they cannot touch you. Etheric cords of attachment. You know, we have gone through so many experiences right now, especially it just seemed like we went through hell, like, and back. We got frequent flyer points from the last couple of years, because it's like, you know, it showed you truth in many different ways that was just hard for us to be able to digest. Like, I mean, it got real real quick. But also, when you can look back at all the changes that has truly taken place, and I mean, it hit deep, you know, it really truly showed you a lot of things. You know, it's like when you get that truth, it's not always pretty, but you have to be able to respect it, because that truth is just your truth. And those are the things that really got you to the point you are right now. And a lot of times we feel like, you know, is our life going to continue to be this way? Am I going to constantly face challenge? But you already know you're going to have your days where you're going to have good. You're going to have your days when you have bad. But you're supposed to appreciate them, because all those things, if you're still here to see that, you know, there's a reason for those different things that's taking place in your life. It gives you deeper insight about yourself, different insight about different things that you need to choose wisely. Because a lot of times we choose different things when we're impatient about different things, or we feel like we have a missed opportunity, when it was just letting you know, even when it gets to that point where you feel like, oh, this person blocked me, or this person did this, you weren't ready to receive those blessings that you were hoping for at that time. It's like nobody has a way of blocking things unless you give that energy for them to block it. So there's different things that you have been going through heavy a lot now. A lot of things is being exposed, and things are being uncovered. They never want us to see, like, within ourselves, within others, placing judgment, or even on the world. Even though there's a lot of heavy things that's going on in the world, I'll try not to have any kind of negative description, but there's a lot of different things that is really showing the truth about how people feel about different individuals, how they feel like things need to take place when it comes to different situations or different nationalities and all these different things. But it's like, even through the negative situation, love still conquers. And they want us to be able to see those different things in our lives. You know, we deal with constant changes. We may be having issues with financial burdens right now. You're trying to work hard to keep a roof over your head, clothes on your back. You may be having to deal with different things with the situation with your children, your marriage, you know, your connection with partners, you know, probably even your connections with your twin flame. A lot of things is taking you through those changes just to be able to get you where God truly needs you at. And these are the experiences they want you to be able to know. It's like when you're finding out you're an empath, you probably have connections with a lot of people have gravitated towards you with a lot of toxic vibrations. And those are the things, I know when it's like when I look through a lot of my videos, especially where y'all drop comments, hey, it's like, Roslynn, you are correct. There's a lot, we just, what is the question? Why do we keep having people gravitate towards us that project their wounds on us? Because there's certain things in ourselves that when we connect it, they're projecting something in themselves that we truly have as well. And a lot of times we go through those things. That's the law of attraction. They put us in these toxic vibrations for us to be able to heal ourselves, to, connect in a higher vibration of our truth. And it's just like, I noticed there's a lot of people that I've had in my life. And I don't even want to say that those were negative, even though it was some very hurtful situations I've been in, not just on their part, but mine as well. But when I allow myself to really where I'm at in my life right now, and I can appreciate all those situations because it allowed me to move gracefully, not saying they're above or below me or, they were better than me or anything like that. But I appreciate what those circumstances taught me in that way that I need to know about myself. I didn't like being alone. I would allow myself to connect with anybody that did not make me feel like I was by myself. And I felt like if there was somebody that was going through those same situations in some kind of way, that can be my best friend. And just that person was just in my life to be able to show me different things that I wasn't allowing myself to see. I mean, if you notice, there's a lot of people in your life to where you have spiritually grown so much now, you can look back at certain situations where it was giving off caution signs. And with us being empaths, a lot of times people see that as an idiot or being naive or gullible, and a lot of times we had those vibrations because we felt like if we didn't do that to anybody, nobody would do that to us. Never underestimate your opponent. You don't know what they got going on because they don't have the same heart as you. They don't have the same mindset as you. Just because you won't do something to somebody don't mean they won't do it to you. And these are the situations you had to go through. And a lot of times people have gone through different things where it was hard for them to trust. I've been through a lot of things where my trust runs thin when it comes to a lot of different things in my life. But then I had to allow myself to take that guard down a little bit, allowing myself to have healthy boundaries. You're always supposed to have healthy boundaries. And a lot of times with us being empaths, we take other people's wounds and carry them as our own, which is not fair to us, but we do things like that. When we see people that are toxic and we want to be able to show them love, we get into a lot of, relationships where it wasn't leveled off in the same way. A lot of times I've been in relationships, even when I wasn't receiving that love from that person, and I thought I did, I was putting all my energy in that person, thinking, if I give heavy love, I'm loving us for both of us. And it's just like now, if I'm feeling like I'm giving more than I'm receiving, that's not for me. And it's not for you at all. You're supposed to love yourself. When you love yourself, you're being very selective about what you choose to select to be in your surroundings. Even with your karmic cycles that you are in right now, these are the things that's telling you how to love yourself, being very selective, being able to see through the blurred lines of things that shadowed that you didn't allow yourself to really look at because you had so much love for that person. And it was like you're allowing those certain situations that you were placed in, and it was supposed to be for a blessing in disguise. And a lot of times we don't see it as that. It took me a while to be able to say that, and I always tell people it took me a long time of when I look at the connections that I've been in, it allowed me to know what I will and will not do, what I won't accept, what I won't entertain, all those different things in my life. And I appreciated those things because if I never went through those things, I wouldn't know, what was good for me. And what was good to me and all these different things. And they want you to be able to see it as that, but stay solid on your boundaries. When people start getting mad because of the boundaries you keep up, it's only because they can't no longer benefit off of it. They can't manipulate you to be able to overstep those boundaries. When people want to be combative with you, you ain't got to be combative back. You can say what you say. I said what I said and I'm not going through it. I've had incidents where this happened to me recently, and it happened a couple of times. And I know universe placed that there here just to see how it's going to respond. And that lets you know how much you have grown. Because a lot of times it's like I'll go on here and I see these different videos and people be placing judgment and stuff like that because they're moving through assumption. They're moving through ego. They're not being cautious in their, their subconscious. They're moving through ego vibrations. And when I'm trying to, us as Heyokas, we try to give them a different perspective and giving them a deeper understanding why certain people say certain things or where they see certain things that's going on. And they still didn't do that. They still wanted to only see their level of perception. You cannot, if people are there to constantly misunderstand you, those are the things you don't even need to entertain. Like, okay, if you want to only see things at your level of perception, I just can't entertain that. But I'm going to go ahead and let you do you, and I'm going to go ahead and do me, because I used to be that person. I always felt like I had to have the last word. I'm not going to argue with you. If I say something, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to let you do that. And you have to be able to understand everything takes place just to see how you're going to respond to it. Are you allowing yourself to entertain something that is emotionally, mentally draining you? Are you allowing yourself to entertain something that is just some boomfoolery, just straight, it's just not, it's just an illusion. And those are the things you have to be able to understand, because a lot of times with us, I've even seen it on so many different posts, how, us as empaths, we don't stay solid with our boundaries. A lot of times when you give somebody that warning, like, hey, I've had things where I interact with different people and I say, I'm not trying to talk to nobody and trying to get in no relationships. And I would have people put me in situations like that. And I said, look, I already said this from the beginning. That's why certain times I don't interact with certain people, because of those things. And I said, I appreciate you seeing me in that way, but I'm not trying to, invest in something like that. I'm working on myself, going through all my different things. I went through a lot, and that's not what I'm trying to invest my time in right now. It's time to focus on me. And, even though it can get lonely at times, but this is that time where you need to focus on yourself. I've seen people just jump into different things because they have that vibration of being lonely. But you have to understand, you have to be the best friend you can be is to yourself. Those are the times where you're putting so much love into yourself. You will see if you will have a vibration to be able to give you that aha moment, like you done picked the right one. God has, manifested a soulmate for me to be compatible with everything I was pushing out and projecting that was good, that was nourishing. It's about to be, it's about to come right back to me. And sometimes if it's really, God really truly loves you and bless you what he does, it's going to be so much better. It's going to probably send you more love and vibrations that you did to uplift you. And so a lot of times we had to go through these situations to be able to show you the signs on what to look for, what you need to respect and honor your self-care. You need to be able to understand when things get uncomfortable. You need to have that voice to speak up. Even when somebody don't see something, you can say what you say and just leave it at that. People are going to be, people have a bad habit of wanting to misunderstand you, or they want to constantly, be in debate with you. We can discuss. I ain't got no time to be debating, arguing, fussing, and fighting with you. We can discuss things all different days, but when you start seeing people and you're saying something in a positive perspective and people are getting, combative or feeling defensive, it's because they don't like that truth. You shadowing, they want to shadow something that they know is the truth, but they don't want to do that. You can't force somebody to do anything they don't want to do. You only can do it with yourself. And so the universe always tells us to be mindful of those things. Look at things, in a different preference, in those type of situations, universe will, place certain things in your life just to see. I've had people that got other channels and want to do all that stuff. And I say, I'm not going to entertain this. I'm not consuming it. I'm not even going to breathe in that energy because it's toxic, it's negative, and it is like combative. And I don't got time for that. I want to be able to have a channel that when I'm creating and I'm building a foundation of is with you being able to speak on your thoughts, being able, you can be in a safe place to not have judgment. When you can see somebody that's suffering, just send them some love. Pray for that person. Pray for them to be able to heal in a situation where they can be at peace. That's what type of, community I want to be able to have. I don't tell everybody you have to believe everything I say. You have to go by everything I say. But I place that for you to make that choice. Certain places, they don't give you that type of, entitlement within yourself. I always have that, you can say what you got to say, all in respective ways, and watch how you deliver your message, because a lot of times I used to take time and want to project stuff out like that. Now I just don't have time for that, because some people, they like that attention, even if it's negative or positive. It's still the fact is you gave that person attention, and I'm just not going to do it. And I appreciate all those situations I've been placed in, because it makes me be very selective of what should I talk about, what I invest in, what is going to be nurturing towards my vibration as in myself that I'm projecting towards others to do the same for themselves. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. When you know you're a blessing, when you have gone through the worst of the worst, and you still try to project compassion, understanding, forgiveness. And a lot of times you be put in a situation that is very unforgivable, but that's when the strength walks in. Real recognize real when fake walk in the room. A spade is just a spade. You be seeing a lot of different things that move around in fakery. As long as you move in a force not to be reckoned with within your truth. And it's okay. Not everybody gonna move like you do. Not everybody gonna project like you do. But it's your job to be able to do. You can't control everybody else's vibration. You only can control yours. But when you see that vibration is messing in the frequencies of yours, that's when hey, I can't be doing that anymore. And I have to tell people, even with people that come back in my life and I know they're not coming back in good intentions, half of the time I'll say my piece and leave it at that, so you won't come back. Or I just don't even connect with you and just block you on everything. It's just that choice. Universe gives you that choice to be able to say your piece and make that understanding, just because they want to see how you're going to respond to it. Because a lot of times they tell you, we're presenting something to you, but it's your choice on how you're going to respond, if you're going to respond, or you're going to see it's just going to be a whole thing of mess. And they just want to see if you're going to go move through your growth of experience. And then they're going to know, okay, Roslynn has learned. Roslynn is using the vibration of discernment. If it's being toxic to her vibrations, she don't even got to accept that. And they want you to be able to understand that. A lot of time I used to feel bothered, when people were being selective about dealing with me. No, that's okay. People want to be held in boundaries. And there would be times where I see when people was only wanting to be in my life when it benefited them. And then when I was, helping them with certain things and it went off to something else, they want to quit cutting me off. And it was around that time where I started cutting people off left and right. And the next thing you know, when they did, when I ended up cutting them off left and right, because you were only in my life when it benefited just you. It was on some selfish type stuff. But then it was just like, don't place no judgment, but just that letting you know what you need to go ahead and cut cords with. They want you to be able to use your vibration of discernment, being mindful. Look at the see the words. Is their words, matching up with the energy they're projecting? Look at the body language. Is it seem defensive? Is trying to, acting like they being, defensive about what you're saying? All these different things are teaching us, because a lot of times it's just like when it comes to empaths, when people are feeding you BS, when somebody lying to you, when the words are saying one thing, but the vibration is saying a whole different thing. God and universe right now is telling you to move forward in your intuition. Know your intuitive. Trust those things. Because it's like a lot of times that sensory code that goes off is knowing what the heck they folks got going on before you do at times. And they want you to be able to honor that. You have to be very selective about the things you choose to select that be in your life. Not everything is meant to stay there. And a lot of times we get hurt when we think people are supposed to be there for a lifetime when they're only supposed to be there for one moment. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of that video. Much love to all of y'all. I keep prayers in. I know a lot of us are going through a lot of different things right now. So I pray for your peace. I pray for your elevation and as well as your motivation. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Lorene Brandon, 8 Unicorn Acopia, 8 Issa Zell, and Marissa Williams, and Havs Harris. Much love to you as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love the chance to hear from you. This is my last video of tonight, y'all, because I'm tired. And I will see y'all hopefully by tomorrow. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel, drop a line. I'll leave all my contact information at the bottom. And I hope y'all have a blessed week. Prosperous, be responsible every single thing you do, whatever you're trying to manifest into your life. Hope it comes bigger and better than you ever imagined and comes sooner than you ever expected. Much love to you. Peace.